Last time on KLEIN version 0.1.
Yale, don't talk, man. You're gonna make it worse. Shh. Stop. Yeah, something doesn't feel right. Okay, so the fruits are all packed. What else am I forgetting? It's been a whole week since that incident. Yale is still recovering from the attack. Okay, he's alive. Yes. He underwent a surgery to address his neck wound, and now he has finally transitioned to the regular hospitalization room. We still haven't reported the incident to the authorities. Nani? You should have done that yesterday. You should have done that 3 days ago. But I'm planning to do so soon. Due to his critical condition, we haven't been able to have any conversations until now. No visitors are allowed. But finally today, I'm grateful to have this opportunity to visit him and have a conversation. As for the attacker who's responsible for all of this, I wonder if it's the same culprit who had murdered my sister too? Probably. Hello, I'm here to register a visit for patient in room 432. Sure, please sign your name here. Quickly signing the paper, I slid the paper back to the nurse's direction. Thank you. You can go see him now. The patient is currently not receiving any visitors. Thanks a lot. Turning around, I made my way to the upper floor where Yale is being hospitalized. Me and my boyfriend. Me and my partner. I gently knocked on the door to let Yale know that I had arrived before entering the room. Ooh, handsome man. Hi, I brought you some fruit. How are you feeling today? I feel a lot better. Sorry, not a lot better. I feel a bit better. I feel a bit better. Not as weak as before. Thank you for taking the time to visit me today. Well, how could I just leave you alone after going through a surgery like that? I sat down in the empty chair placed right beside Yale's bed. I'm sorry, but there's really no need to bring me fruit cereal. I appreciate the gesture, but I can't eat solid food right now. Oh, I'll bring you some flowers then. Oh right, I completely forgot about that, sorry. I put the banana back down on the table. Well, once you're able to eat again, I'll make sure to bring your favorite treats. That sounds amazing. I can't wait to indulge in some tasty treats. By the way, when do you think they'll let you leave the hospital? Probably not anytime soon. I still need assistance with my breathing, and swallowing is a bit challenging at the moment. That sounds really rough. I hope you recover quickly. Don't worry, I am Uriel. The surgery went well, and the doctors and nurses say I'm making good progress. Oh, I'm so glad. Once my blood levels stabilized and I'm able to manage the wounds with medication, they might consider to start discharging me, and then we get married, okay? We get married. Yeah, the wound looks pretty gnarly. Surprisingly, it's not as bad as it looks. I can still talk at least. Yeah, that's true. Thank goodness for that. I wasn't sure what kind of weapon was used, but the wound is definitely severe. Do you remember what happened? I couldn't see it properly during the attack either. Speaking of which, when she reports to the police, do you still have the evidence? Yes, I do. The crime scene is untouched, and there might even be a bit of my blood still on the floor. Ooh, that's gruesome. Ugh, that's gonna smell awful. Stay at my place. Stay at my place, Yale. Hey now, don't be too hard on me. I haven't been able to go home since the attack, so cleaning up had to take a rain check. I'm really curious about the attacker. Who could it be? And what could their motive be? Hey Yale, do you think there's a chance that the person who attacked you is the same one who took my sister's life? It's hard to say for sure. We don't have enough information to make that assumption either way. But it's definitely something worth considering. He's right. It's frustrating that I can't rely on the police for updates. I haven't heard anything about my sister's case since her funeral. Can you describe more about the attacker? If you don't mind talking about it. It's alright, Uriel. When I entered my apartment at night, someone came at me from behind and targeted my neck. I instinctively tried to fight back and protect myself. I struggled and managed to turn around, but the attack on my neck left me disoriented. I wish I could provide more details, but it all happened so fast, and it was dark. Would have been more helpful if I could at least get a good look at the attacker's appearance. Don't blame yourself, Yale. You did your best in a dangerous situation. I appreciate that. It's just frustrating not being able to identify the person responsible. I only managed to catch a glimpse of his face. I think it was a man, a bit tall. A man? Don't know who that could be. Uriel, if you don't mind me asking, did the authorities give you information on your sister's murderer's speculated gender? No, not that I remember. I see. Well, if the attacker is also a man, then could it potentially be the same person who took your sister's life? The thought of that honestly makes my blood boil. I'm determined to find the culprit. I'm going to take matters into my own hands. No, you shouldn't, girl. What? I mean it. Just look at my sister's case. The police stopped investigating without a second thought. It's as if they considered her life insignificant. I feel foolish for ever thinking they would bring justice. To this day, there are still no answers. It's so unfair. The killer's still on the loose too. Do they not care at all? I'm so pissed. Uriel. Yale reached out, placing his hand on my shoulder in a reassuring manner. Can you at least let me help you? I don't want anything bad to happen to you. I don't want you to become the next victim, Uriel. Please, don't be so reckless. I know how angry you must feel right now, but please, don't do this. Okay, I won't do it if you marry me. I won't do it if you marry me. He's right. I shouldn't act carelessly. But it's my problem, Yale. How could I let you... No, Uriel. I'm your friend. Your problem is my problem too. So please, let me help you. Oh, he's so beautiful. That a man attacked me too. So I'm clearly involved in this. Right. I couldn't find the words to refuse or deny his offer any longer. Our attention was drawn to the sound of my phone buzzing incessantly. Is that your phone? Yes, it's mine. Could it be my boss again assigning more work? I reached for my phone to check the notifications. Oh, I almost forgot I still had this app installed. What's that? I've never seen that app before. Oh, this is KLEIN. It's basically a virtual boyfriend. Nothing too exciting. Whoa, I've seen some people using the app before. It immediately made me think of you. What's that supposed to mean? I mean, it just feels like it's right up your alley. He leaned in to take a closer look at the man displayed on my screen, and his expression turned stern. Wait a moment. This guy looks strangely familiar. Isn't this the AI Sarah and Ethan talked about? The one we saw at the restaurant? Yeah, you're not wrong about that. There was a moment of silence before Yale spoke up again, his tone more serious this time. The appearance of this virtual boy is eerily similar to the man who attacked me, especially his hair, those blue streaks. I remember them vividly. Uriel, could there be a connection between the virtual character and the real-life assailant? Okay, uninstall the app, let's move houses, let's live together. Delete. I've been going back and forth to the hospital to visit Yale and keep tabs on his progress. Even though his family comes to see him on occasion, I still feel compelled to contribute in my own way, aiding in his recovery whenever I can. Delete the app. Yale remains unchanged, as if time hasn't touched him since. Witnessing this consistently warms my heart. Even with the unfortunate circumstances, observing his steady recovery and the rekindling of our friendship makes me happy. Uninstall the app. I sort of feel a closer bond forming between us. Get married. Balancing my own job's demands and constant fatigue makes it a challenge to spare the time to visit him some days. It feels like forever since I last dropped out, but today is a new chance to see him again. On my way to the hospital, a thought came to mind. Should I bring food for Yale? During my last visit, Yale had a tough time with the simple meal, although he did manage to get through it eventually. True, would bringing outside food be wise if he struggled with the hospital meals? Then again, if it's not solid foods, I think it should be fine. Let's make some soup and clam chowder. But still, I'm uncertain if he's allowed to anything other than what the hostel provides. Yeah, let's buy him food. Well, just a little bit should be fine, I think. And if it turns out he can't eat it, or if he declines, then I'll just keep my food for myself. Should I get a sweet, savory, or mild dessert? Mild. He's sick. Hospital food tastes bland, right? I think a savory snack could be a nice change of air for him. What did I say? I thought I wrote mild. Not exactly sure what I'd get, but I think I'll just look around first. There's still some time. After a little more walking, I spotted a bakery just a few blocks away from where I'm standing. Ah, this is the place. Isabel's Bakery, a renowned spot. Is it renowned or renowned? Renowned, I think. Spot around this apartment complex. Through the bakery's windows, I could see a welcoming scene consisting of shelves adorned with an assortment of pastries. Something mild. I think some plain rice pudding might be a pretty good choice. Yeah. Hello, moshi moshi. I think I'll get something from the bakery. As I entered, a young woman about my age greeted me with a delicate smile. Her wavy hair, tied with a frilly ribbon, swayed gracefully as she worked behind the counter. I returned the smile as I approached her, feeling her friendly presence. Good evening. Welcome to our bakery. What can I get you today? Oh, evening. I would like some plain rice pudding, if there is one. Ah, you have good luck. We have exactly just one of the pudding left. Oh, that's great. They look so good. Can I have some of the melted brown sugar too? My friend has a sweet tooth. Absolutely. I'll include the melted brown sugar for that extra sweetness. After a moment, she poured some of the luscious melted brown sugar into a small bag before wrapping up the sugar, or wrapping up the package and handing it to me. Thank you so much. That'll make my friend's day. It's my pleasure. Thank you for choosing Isabel's Bakery. Have a lovely evening. I paid with a smile and a quick thank you before setting off again, the package now nestled securely in my grasp. I hope this would cheer him up a bit. Hello, husband. Where are you, hubby? Just like always, I gave a knock on the door to let Yale know I was coming in before stepping inside. Hi, Yale. How are you feeling today? Yale seemed surprised for a moment, staring out the window, until he realized I was there. He jolted a bit and then turned towards me with a sheepish grin. Ah, hello, Uriel. I'm feeling a bit better, thank you. Just trying to readjust. I offered him a smile in return and took a seat. That's really good to know. Looking around, I noticed a plate of food on the bedside table, barely eaten again. How's the eating and swallowing been since my last visit? Any better? Still a bit of a struggle, to be honest. My throat muscles are still healing, so swallowing things feel kind of odd and uncomfortable at the moment. Yeah, I can't even imagine. Takes real patience and effort, I bet. I'm trying my best to eat still. I'm still trying my best to eat enough, don't worry. Wish that could be me. It's 3:41 p.m. PST and I still have not eaten anything today. I thought this would be a shorter, but it's a longer visual novel. I thought this would be a shorter visual novel, but it's longer. But that's okay. That's actually wonderful. I love all this content. I love all this personal time with Yale. Even though his recovery is way smooth, I can't shake feeling sorry for Yale and what he's dealing with. Sorry, Yale. I feel bad for you. I think it's just, if only you were not my friend. I don't know what to believe. Is Klein really behind this? Yeah, he is. How could an android even do such a thing? You probably wouldn't get attacked like this. And with Sarah's passing as well, I kept thinking and thinking. But the more I think of it, the more I feel like I'm losing my mind. You know, I wonder if the reason why Sarah died was because I told Klein that she was, well, I told him that I was kind of feeling avoidant of him because I heard rumors of him like hacking into my data and stuff like that, and he figured out it was Sarah, so I think that's why he killed her. Oh, hey, no, Uriel. Yale's chuckle and touch on my shoulder snapped me back from my momentary lapse. I hadn't realized I zoned out for a moment, lost in my guilt again. See, they're switching up my meals slowly. It's not just porridge all day like the first time I landed in the hospital. Perfect for you. I have rice pudding for you. So there's a significant progress already. A touch of pink dusted his cheeks as his voice takes on a gentler tone. Please listen to me well, Uriel. It's never, ever your fault. I really wish you wouldn't carry this weight on your shoulders. Oh my gosh, I really hope he lives. I really hope he lives. You're doing your best on your own, despite everything too. You manage so well, yet you still find moments to drop by and see me. I forced a smile on my face and slowly nodded. It still doesn't feel right. I know that he's just trying to make me feel better, but I'm glad I could offer you some help, Yale. I really want to see you back in your feet soon. It's tough not to feel responsible when I see someone innocent like Yale getting hurt. I know Yale is like the most innocent boy I've ever seen. He's like, mwah, truly husband material, man. I need a man. We need a man like Yale. It's as if he became a target solely because of our closeness. Oh, he totally did. Now I wonder how many workdays he's missed. Is his job in jeopardy now? Oh, come on. If his job fires him over getting his neck literally slashed, he can take it up on the union. Okay, he can go to the union about that and they can sue him. I really hope it's not the case. He enjoys his job so much. I don't want to ruin that for him too. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Please know that you don't have to come by so often, but I cherish every single one. Oh, he's a mindful man. By the way, if it's not too much trouble, could you help me? Can you help pass me the glass of water in the bowl? Sure thing. Just a moment. I passed the plate with the remaining food to Yale, ensuring he had a secure hold before releasing it. After that, I handed him the cup of water. What if I accidentally spilled the water? Do you think that fabric would be semi-transparent? Just kidding. I said nothing. Thank you so much, Uriel. No problem, Yale. What is today's meal, by the way? Looks like some mixed vegetables and... Yes, that is some chicken carrot soup. Yale took the spoon and began to scoop up the soup, gathering its contents. I'm really counting down the days until I can finally leave the hospital. He gathered some rice alongside the soup on the spoon and brought it in close proximity to his mouth. Let me feed you, man. Eh? I couldn't help but watch him eat for a moment, his expression contorting a bit as he swallowed. Take your time, man. He took a hearty sip of water and placed the glass aside. It was clear that he's uncomfortable, but he's still putting in effort to not show it too much. Oh man, he's a strong man. I appreciate the food they've been serving me. Today's meal has more flavor than I expected, actually. Ooh, but... His words trailed off into a soft chuckle. I do find myself missing something sweet a little too much. I got you, man. I laughed, expecting this to come out of his lips. Of course, you've always had a thing for sweets. Man, a man who likes sweets hits me at my kokoro, my heart. Well, I actually got something for you earlier. Yale's eyes light up as at my words. Is that so? What is it? I reached for the small paper bag and extracted a box with rice pudding inside, unveiling it to Yale. I hope it's something you can enjoy. I wanted to get you your favorite cinnamon rolls, but that might be a little too intense for you right now. I could see Yale's cheeks turn a soft shade of pink. He looks genuinely surprised as he took the small box from my hand. He took the time to examine it before looking at me again, chuckling softly. Thank you so much for taking the time to buy this for me, Uriel. Though, I have a feeling the dog wouldn't exactly approve of this indulgence. What? It's pudding! If you can eat a vegetable and chicken, you can eat pudding. Probably not. But hey, just say you need it for your appetite or something. I think I'll just take a few spoonfuls for now and eat the rest later, once I got the permission to. Yes, do that. Yale chuckled at my words and shook his head. You want me to feed you, man? I'll feed you. You're way too obedient sometimes, Yale. Come on, a tiny snack like that wouldn't hurt, you know? He laughed again and smiled, now a hint of playfulness in it. Bro, I relate to Yale, man. I actually would feel bad if I ate something without the doctor's permission. You're right. I think I'll listen to Dr. Uriel instead. Oh no. No, please. I would be a horrible doctor. Yeah, you would die. Yale laughed softly while taking off the lid and set it aside. He observed the rice pudding in awe for a moment before looking at me with a faint blush on his cheeks. How about we share this pudding together, Uriel? Would help making me feel less guilty for cheating during my recovery. Huh? Oh, is this shared kiss? No. Yeah, sounds great. Sharing a kiss. Let's share a spoon. I responded with a smile, accepting the offer to share the snack together. Here, give it a try. Taking a taste, I was pleasantly surprised by the burst of flavors. Oh, this is good. Now I'm more than eager to try. Yale tittered with small laughter and carefully picked up the small spoon that was also given when I purchased the pudding. He scooped up a little bit of the rice pudding using a small spoon. I want some rice pudding now. This tastes good. Where did you purchase this from? Yale turned the package around and glanced at the box, studying the appearance. Oh, Isabel's bakery. I expected it. What do you mean, expected it? Oh, it just tastes familiar. This flowery packaging, I often purchase goods from the shop myself too. So much so that the owner's daughter ended up becoming friends with me. Oh, he chuckled softly with a bashful look while my curiosity piqued. Ooh. I was told that Belle came up with a lot of the bakery's bestseller recipes herself. Their goods are constantly flavorful. It really motivates me to do better myself, to get close to the level of artistry you can. You can do this, Yale. Yeah, they are really good. Belle must be an amazing baker. Are you really that good friends with the owner's daughter? No. I'm not a jealous woman. I know, right? They're really skilled. I'm interested in learning more from her family. Yale continues to enjoy the dessert, taking his time to savor it. By the way, your family's been visiting you as well, right? You're right, but not with my sisters. It's not good for children to step in spaces like this. Oh, that's true. See, you're mindful, brother. So it's just my mother and father visiting. I see. Yale's parents, I wonder how they're doing now. Especially his mother. I could vaguely remember that she suffers from asthma and would often go in and out of the hospital when we were younger. Who knocked? Just as I was about to speak up, I heard a soft knock on the door before it opened, revealing a nurse. I apologize for the inconvenience, but visiting hours for today have concluded. Glancing at the time, I realized the nurse was correct. It felt like no time had passed at all. Wow, time really flies when you're having fun. Okay, I gotta take my pudding with me. I gotta get rid of the evidence. That felt really fast. But please, go on ahead, Uriel. I appreciate you visiting me today. I'm glad I could see you today as well, Yale. I hope you continue to recover smoothly. Remember, the sweets are waiting for you. Yeah, I'll make some new cinnamon rolls for you. Yale chuckled, waving me off as I left the hospital room. Aw, he's so sweet. The next morning, I stepped into my workplace. The office's busy atmosphere greeted me. Amid the familiar surroundings, I saw Cassius leaned against a desk with a frustrated expression on his face. He seems to be rambling about something to Briar. I swiftly approached while setting down my belongings on my desk. As usual, I still find snacks and beverages on my table, but I never pick them up anymore. Oh no. I always throw everything out, especially after that one time I saw Al near my apartment door. I wouldn't throw it out, I would give it to my coworkers. Nothing has changed with Al's behavior though. I wonder who this is then. I look around the room only to find the same pink-haired man staring in my direction again. Ooh, Al. Sorry, you gotta redeem yourself, man. It's always like that. I caught him looking at me, and then he quickly turned his face away and pretended he's not looking at me. I can read, guys, I can read. It's becoming a little uncomfortable. Should I report this behavior to Mr. Dolores? But what if he just knows that I'm being stalked, right? He could be a nice guy. I don't know. Ready to sit down, I turn to look at the door that leads to Mr. Dolores' office. Ooh, I saw Mr. Dolores holding a cup of coffee in his hand as he's about to enter his office. You just zoomed here, man. You just zoomed. You trust report Al? Honestly, I think I trust Al. I think it's obvious that KLEIN is the troublemaker. I think Al is he's just shy. I think I'm good. But with Mr. Dolores, he likely won't address my complaint without concrete proof of discomfort. Plus, Al seems to be his feared employee. I think Al is I think KLEIN is just trying to put the blame on Al. Okay, sure, I don't know why he's outside my door, but maybe he just tracked the AI, the AI that was in my door. I let out a slow sigh of defeat and returned to my desk. The two seemed to still be discussing something. So yeah, it turned to an argument. Hold on, what really happened between you two? He wasn't in a good mood, so I made things worse by making him jealous. Jealous? The mention of jealousy caught my attention and struck a chord. But don't you think that's not entirely your fault? It's a bit peculiar. I mean, what did you even do to escalate things into an argument? Who? Well, he saw me talking to a girl. And? That's all. We were chatting in a bar, maybe a little closer than usual, I admit. Uh-huh. Okay, I get it. People perceive things differently, especially with strong emotions come into play. But was it really worth turning that into a full-blown argument? I know it might sound funny, but sometimes things just snowball, I guess. He was already irritable, and my actions seemed to ignite a fuse. You know, Cass, I generally don't think it's gotta be this way. Misunderstandings can happen, but they don't escalate into fights. Yeah, man, that's a little concerning. I don't think, like these little things, like sure, you can have one fight, maybe a really bad day, but I don't know, if it happens often, right? Especially if it's an overreaction or something, like, dang, you were like 3 centimeters too close to a girl. Yeah, that's kind of, I don't know how I'd feel about that. I wouldn't want to live on, like, what do you call walking on eggshells, right? I wouldn't really be like that. Boundaries are important, but you gotta discuss it first, right? And talk it out normally. Like, exactly, like Briar said. Talk it out like normal adults do. Communication is key. Yeah, right. Now when the other party lacks comprehension, you dump them. Cassie's sharp response seemed to startle Briar. As she stared at him in surprise, he slumped and ran a hand through his hair. I'm just so darn conflicted, I guess. Part of me knows it's not healthy, and that I gotta talk some sense into his head. Cass, you've got the power to break that cycle, you know? It's not easy, but it's possible. Yeah, man, Cass, I'll help you. Just need a little, a baseball bat with some nails in it. I'm sorry. Just kidding. Cassius looked contemplative, his mind churning with thoughts. Man, what can I do? During a conversation, a frustrated Cassius whipped out his vape. Bro, vaping is bad for you. I'm gonna smack that out of your hand. And floods the office with tequila-scented vapor. Me and Briar's nose scrunch up at the unexpected scent. I hate the smell of vapor and weed and cigarettes. Ugh. Open the window, Briar, open the window. You have to vape outside. Do you want to get on Mr. Dolores' nerves again? His frustration grew as he exhaled another puff of vapor, averting his gaze from us. Colleagues nearby glanced over, signaling for him to cut it out. Man, don't smoke inside, that's gross. Sorry, I'm so fed up with everything. Screw this job, honestly. I was in the mood to clock in today after all. With a muttered phrase, Cassius' words took on a bitter edge. Briar turned to look at me, shaking her head in disapproval. I bet Mr. Dolores will come soon and beat his butt, no doubt. Just leave him be or try to offer Cassius advice. Yeah, that gives some advice, man. Hey, Cassius, I know things are tough right now. Maybe talking to your boyfriend and explaining your side could help ease the tension? Cassius' red eyes flickered with a mix of surprise and contemplation. He took a drag from his vape and sighed out loud. Really now? That was obviously the first thing I tried. I've done it time and time again, but he won't ever listen. You know, the advice I would give? Dump him. Dump him the trash where he belongs. He keeps saying how I've cheated on him and all. It's almost like he wants me to say, yes, I've cheated, because that's what he wants to believe. Bro, see, if someone is accusing you of cheating, and even if you provide evidence, and it seems like they actually want you to say you've cheated, that's usually projection. They're probably the dirty cheater. Okay, maybe they are insecure, you need to work things out in therapy, but sometimes it's just projection, you know? They want you to cheat so that they can be like, yeah, well, I cheated too as revenge. It's a red flag, man. It's a red flag. You gotta run. He's clearly irritated, his shoulders slumping as he exhaled another cloud of vapor. Yes, it's tough conversing with someone who won't listen. Cassius grumbled and clicked his tongue. Yeah. Now it feels like there's no way to fix it. He won't even talk to me nor read my text. Silent treatment. Honestly, this isn't the first time. It's happened a lot of times before. We've been like this for almost 2 years now. Dump him! Dump him! I'm going to. Heck, I don't even know anymore. I know he goes through tough times, and I just want to be there to comfort him. Maybe I'm trying too hard sometimes, yet you are trying too hard. Dump him. Dump him. Briar and I exchanged a glance, contemplating how to stop him. You dump him. Cass, listen to me. Oh, Cassius, take that vaping session outside. It's starting to feel like we're in a bar. An annoyed voice rang out above the background buzz of keyboards and ringing phones, catching Briar and me off guard. Yeah, fine. Yeah, go away. I'm gonna write a huge sign, plaster in the window so he can look at it when he looks at me. Dump him. Dump him. Cassius grunted with frustration, shooting one last glare at his vape. Wow, that was loud. Briar sighed softly beside me, a subtle shake of her head reflecting her concern. But hopefully he can resolve things with his boyfriend soon. Had no idea his partner was a super jealous type. Yeah, man. Honestly, jealousy is a big turnoff for me. Jealousy is a huge turnoff for me, man. I don't want to walk in eggshells. Me too, honestly. I feel bad to know that he's been dealing with such a thing. Drawing in a deep breath, I centered my focus on tasks and continued to work through the day. Yeah, man, jealousy's not cute. You guys need a Yale in your life. Finishing up at work, I gathered my stuff and began the walk back home alongside Briar. Cassius would be with us normally, but he left work on his own this evening, probably needing some time alone due to his sour mood. Cassie's words from earlier and thoughts about Yale lingers in my mind. I just hope Cass is okay. Jealous partners can make relationships incredibly complicated. Oh yeah, I know. Firsthand. At least his boyfriend's not murdering my friends and lovers, you know? My potential lover. I'm not in agreement, my thoughts mirroring hers. Yeah, it seems like he's dealing with a lot. Briar sighed and speaks in an empathetic tone. You know, I've had my share of relationship troubles too. I turned to Briar curiously, inviting her to share more. She doesn't really share anything about her relationship history. How come? Well, let's just say my track record hasn't been the best. Maybe I should consider casting a love spell like a witch. That might improve my luck. Who knows, maybe it'll work. We both chuckled and continued to walk along the familiar street side by side. It's so frustrating! Almost like I attract the wrong kind of people every single time. Getting into a relationship nowadays is so hard. The decent ones I met. Never really knowing what's around the corner. Sure, it can be interesting. But if the bad experience outweighs the good ones, I think it's fair that many people just give up. True, and sometimes even the best intentions can lead to unexpected outcomes. I could see Briar's lips curved into a wry smile. I once dated someone who was convinced I was the resident goth girl, always in black and all. It was so annoying. Like, genuinely thought my whole personality's that. Being a goth, it's dumb. Your style is very beautiful, though. I've learned that people often form an idealized version of me when dating, and when reality doesn't align, they lose interest. I get it. Yale doesn't have to be perfect. He's perfect for me. Flaws and all, I'll accept him. It's unfair, but sadly it happens a lot. I've had enough of searching for the right person. Maybe I should just start dating a fictional character. No, don't do it. Oh, Miss Adeline, my cherished pink octopus lady, save me from this dreadful love life. Your beloved Miss Adeline will murder you on sight. She would kill for a drop of human blood, right? Yes, you remember. I wouldn't mind if she took my life. Being sucked dry by her would be the best way to go. No, it wouldn't. Her sudden revelation brought a moment of laughter between us, lightening the mood. You're such a simp, respectfully. But Briar, maybe that love spell isn't a bad idea. Who knows? You might find a woman who truly appreciates you for who you are. Maybe even someone embodying your favorite character's traits. I'd probably faint if someone like Miss Adeline wanted to become my girlfriend, Uriel. I'm getting sidetracked again. But simping matters aside, oh, I love simping. That's the funny thing about love, isn't it? Messy and complicated, yet we keep seeking it for those moments that make it all worthwhile, even when you don't want to admit it. I chuckled softly, appreciating the wisdom in her words. You've got a point. Maybe find the kind of messiness that we're willing to embrace? Exactly, the messy parts you feel, you know? The ones that make life interesting. Exactly, that's why I will embrace Yale. Because his mess was bleeding all over his kitchen, or I guess it was bedroom floor. It was gruesome and it was slightly traumatic, but I can accept it. I'm always up for some fun, and that's probably why I'm yet to actually give up on this love life. My late sister would often say it, similar to finding that sweet spot between chaos and joy in life. That's so true. Well, here's to hoping we stumble upon that spot someday. Yes, I found it already, Briar. You're too late. Fingers crossed. Oh, speaking of, I gotta run. I have a movie night with my online friends I don't want to miss tonight. Text me later if you need anything, okay? Sure thing. Take care, Briar. Bye. Briar's great. Briar waved me farewell, a smile lingering on her face as she heads off. I turned around to follow my usual path to my apartment as everything settled in. Ooh. Uriel. A sudden voice made me jump, spinning around to see Al standing nearby with his hands trembling around a bag. Why? What is it? My response had a tinge of confusion in it. Why did you throw them away? Uh-oh. Throw what away? But before I could say more, Al pulled out a snack from the paper bag he held. I immediately realized these were the snacks I received on my desk every single morning. He'd been collecting the discarded snacks and beverages all this time, putting them inside this one big bag. Yeah, man, if I'm gonna throw it away, I gotta be cautious about it. Please, I can't. Throwing them away like that. Please, don't do that. He doesn't want me wasting food, what can I say? So, Al is really the one that's been giving me those snacks? I saw that. I saw you did it. I saw. Why? Al's desperate plea trembled in his voice. Okay, sorry, I'll take him. Why are you doing this, Al? And can't you just leave me alone? Yeah, why are you doing this? I'm kind of curious. Why are you doing this? He seemed shocked for a moment, taking a few seconds before responding. A little frown formed slowly on his lips. Please just take him, please. Because I want you to... I've never seen someone struggle with a stutter this intensely. Want you to... His trembling hands reached for my shoulder as he paused, biting his lip to speak. Please just eat them. I need you to eat, please. You must. Throwing them away, like that makes me sad. Because Uriel, I love. What? I'm so sorry. Without even finishing what he was trying to say, Al abruptly pushed the bag of snacks into my hand and dashed away. Now, I'm gonna tell you, Ryan, this is not how you woo a woman. I think bringing snacks is very cute, but doing it like secret admirer way, where you just dump it on their desk, and then if they don't take it, you just follow them and give it to them and force them to take it, that's a little creepy, especially in the middle of the night. I'm wondering if I should try taking or talking to him next time I see him in the office, or report his strange behavior to Mr. Dolores. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not sure. I don't want to think about it for now. It's okay. I think I'm gonna keep him around so that when KLEIN comes, I'm gonna pretend to be all lovey-dovey, right? And so KLEIN targets him and doesn't target my real man, Yale. Okay, actually, that's actually really toxic. I changed my mind. I actually feel kind of bad. You shouldn't lead people on, man. You shouldn't lead people on. This bag of snacks, what should I do with it? Alright, I think he's gonna get mad if I throw it away or leave it here. Let's just take it home. I don't know what I'll do with these, but I think I'll just take it home with me for now. Let's just check the bag to make sure it's no cameras. I'd eaten a few of these snacks in the past, yes. Thankfully, I never got sick or anything from them. But after discovering that it really is Al who's been giving me these snacks to me without my concern or knowledge, I don't think I could ever eat them again. Turning around and continuing my way back with the bag of snacks in my arms, it rustles with each step I took. I crane my neck downwards to look at the contents. The snacks in these bags are eerily specific. Every single one is a favorite of mine. It's too precise to be random. Oh, that's scary. Oh, that's creepy. When I finally settled into the comfort of my own home, I put down the bag of snacks and beverages on the floor near my living room sofa. I took up my laptop and browsed for Yale's number as I let it aside and relaxed on the sofa. Oh yes, call the best boy. Ever since my last visit, I haven't really been able to visit nor text him again as I got unexpectedly busy. I'm thinking of finally seeing him after work tomorrow. It's been a while. I clicked on Yale's number and began typing him a message to let him know that I'll finally be able to visit again tomorrow. Usually, he'd reply shortly after, so I think he's asleep by now. I'll see what he says tomorrow. For now, I'm going to prepare a dinner and bed as well. I feel so sleepy already. Yale's response arrived the next day, giving me the green light to visit and mentioning a surprise. Oh, is it a wedding ring? Are you gonna propose to me? So right now, I'm making my way to the hospital reception desk to check in. I am here to register a visit for the patient in room 432. Ah, I believe I've seen you around before. It's been a while since your last visit. Are you here to visit Mr. Yale in room 432 again? Yes, that's right. I'm Muriel, a friend here to check in on him. Certainly, let me assist you with that. Could you update your details on this visitor's form while I check on Mr. Yale's status? Sure thing. I quickly jotted down my details on the visitor's form, scribbling my name and contact information before handing it back to the nurse. Here you go. Thank you. Just a moment. The nurse then glanced up from the document she was reviewing, meeting my gaze. Mr. Yale is currently in the hospital garden with the doctor. In the garden? That's unusual. Sometimes our doctors prefer a change of scenery for discussions, especially for patients on the mend. It can be quite uplifting for them. I see. Okay, thank you, nurse. Of course, the hospital garden is right around this corner. Have a pleasant visit. Okay, thank you again. With this new information, I followed the directions to the hospital garden, each step leading me closer to where Yale was having his discussion. There he is, best boy. Spotting Yale in conversation with his doctor made me hesitate before joining them. A neat patch on the back of his hand marks where the IV used to be. Yale smiled briefly before turning back to the doctor. Good evening. Are you Mr. Yale's friend? The doctor's inquiry caught me off guard. Indeed, I am. Girlfriend. Girlfriend. A soft chuckle escaped the doctor's lips, followed by a shift in her focus towards me. Your friend here is making remarkable progress. We're confident he can continue his recovery at home. Yo, that's nice. Yale responded with a nod and a proud smile gracing his lips. That's reassuring to hear. I've been hoping for his discharge. We're pleased to share this news too. Recovering from such an experience isn't easy, but his progress has been commendable. Now, Mr. Yale, I have some information for you. Here's a list of medications you'll need to follow. I took a step back to allow the doctor to provide Yale with essential information. Adhering to the medication schedule is pivotal for your recovery. And if I'm not mistaken, you're in the pediatric daycare field? Children can be quite energetic, so it's important to treat yourself gently during this time. As someone in the nursing profession, looking after yourself must be a second nature to you, am I right? The doctor handed Yale a small card detailing his medications. Yes, doctor. I'm fully committed to being mindful of my limits. Excellent. Remember to avoid engaging in strenuous activities. Your dedication to a healthy lifestyle must be contributing to your smooth recovery. I do make an effort to maintain a regular workout routine and eat healthily. Thank you for your guidance, doctor. That's wonderful. Taking care of your body from within truly fosters your overall well-being. Please return to your room for dinner. It'll be delivered there. With the doctor's departure, I turned to Yale with a reassuring smile on my lips. You heard her. Let's make sure you have everything set up comfortably at home. Just focus on recovering for now. Yes, I heard her loud and clear. I'll focus on recovering from now on. Having you here with me helps as well, Uriel. Having your presence makes me feel at ease already. Oh, we'll be here forever. I'm grateful to have you in my life as well, Yale. And I'm here for you, Yale. I just want to be a good friend. No. I'm grateful to have you. We're not saying friend. That's forbidden. Upon saying that, my heart skipped a beat. Realize your feelings. I caught a fleeting change in expression, a subtle shift of something tender in his eyes. Yale, he's always been so kind to me. I'm really happy to have him in my life, for everything he's done for me. I wish he knows just how much his presence means to me. You better not die, okay? Better not die before you leave a ring on this finger. Well, actually, even then, don't die, okay? Yale's nervous laughter caught me off guard, making my eyes wide in surprise. What's this, a staring contest? I didn't realize I had been practically staring into his eyes for too long. His deep, beautiful eyes. That's not what I was trying to do. Me neither. I certainly wouldn't mind that for fun, though. Yale chuckled again, his tone shifting to a more serious note. But I hope we can continue being there for each other like this in the future. I agree. I really miss spending time with you like this. Me too, me too. The certainty in his tone made me nervous. Also, I actually wasn't expecting you to be outside of the usual hospital room. I didn't know the hospital had a garden. Yale's smile widened as he nodded, clearly savoring the calm ambience of the garden. I've always known it's here, but I didn't think a patient like me was allowed to visit while being hospitalized. But the doctor thought a change of scenery would be nice, especially since I'm going to be discharged soon. I settled into an empty spot right beside Yale, basking in the sunset. From here, I could see a group of children seems to be playing nearby, supervised by attentive nurses. Some elderly individuals also sat together on benches, exchanging stories and laughter. That's gonna be us, Yale. We're gonna live till we're old. We're gonna laugh on this bench, laugh about the old times, the good times, the bad times. Must be a welcome break from the stark white hospital rooms, right? His green eyes drifted across the garden's greenery as he chuckled softly, sparing me a glance. Absolutely. Hospitals can get stuffy. Being cooped up in those rooms all day, this feels quite nice. The soft rustle of leaves and distant laughter made us both lapse into a comfortable silence, Yale's dark blue hair swaying in the calming breeze. It's good to see you looking better. When will you be allowed to leave? In a couple days. On Friday, if no issues arise. I smiled, feeling relieved at the news of Yale's finally imminent release. He looks relieved. That's great to hear. You're really recovering well. As I promised, let me get you something sweet to celebrate. Yes, you remember. I'm gonna get you cinnamon bun, man. I'm gonna homemade these cinnamon buns. Gonna whip it up in my kitchen. I stood up, ready to make a quick trip to the hospital cafeteria for a sweet treat. I'll go grab something from the cafeteria. Any preferences? I'm not sure if the hospital cafeteria would serve some cinnamon rolls. Bro, I'll make it myself. Just wait. You can surprise me. Anything sweet will do. Got it. I nodded and moved swiftly towards the cafeteria, eager to bring back a small delight for our celebration. Do hospitals really serve desserts? I'm sure it's not like a granola bar. As days passed and Yale recovered, I made sure to assist him with various tasks whenever possible. Despite Yale being Yale and his usual inclination to tackle things independently, he seems to be more open to accepting help now. Yeah, let's live together. Convincing him to accept assistance, no matter how small, was always a challenge. But today was different. He finally relented. I gently knocked Yale's door to alert him of my arrival and spoke, hopefully loud enough to hear him over the door. Bro, we need to start a Yale protection club. He's gonna be targeted by KLEIN. He's probably gonna get targeted by Al. This man is gonna be in and out of the hospital like every month. Yale, I'm here. Hey, Ariel, the door's unlocked. Feel free to just step inside. No, man, you gotta lock your door. Bad boy. You gotta lock your door, or else you're gonna get your throat slit again. Okay. Entering Yale's apartment, I was met with the delightful aroma of sautéed onions and something more. He was already hard at work in the kitchen, with his back to me as he prepared a meal. You're cooking something already, what can I do? Pausing in his cooking, he gave me a sheepish smile. Yes, it's been a while since I cooked something for myself. Thank you for coming, Uriel. He looks really nervous. Is it because he's finally letting me help him tonight? Oh, take it easy. No need to be nervous. Am I making nervous or just doing what I can as friendly? No, we avoid the friend option. Just doing what I can as a friendly? No. Take it easy. Yeah, am I making you nervous? Am I making you nervous? No, it's not you. It's me. I'll get used to you helping me out like this eventually. Don't worry. Oh yeah? You better stop being nervous then, because I genuinely want to help you as much as I can. It comes from the heart. Thank you, really. You better not friend zone me. Yeah, I'm banking on you. By the way, lately, I've had little to no appetite for some reason. So I thought making something tasty might encourage me to eat more. Yeah. I'll help you. Is something bothering you? Are you okay, Yale? Yale shook his head reassuringly at my question. Yes, everything is fine. I think it might be a side effect of the painkillers I'm taking. But I do plan on discussing with the doctor just to be sure. Yeah, that could very well be the case. Must be tough, right? You enjoy eating despite your sensitivity to some ingredients. Yes, especially now. I do want to enjoy my meals, but it's challenging. No, Yale, I'll be here with you. Let's get some things ready then. A good meal might be just what you need. I agree, Yale. We both immediately go to work, with Yale showing me the recipe he had in mind. You know, playing this game, I was expecting just a very quick 30-minute visual novel, because it's a demo. This is a demo, guys. This is actually a demo. It's not even the full game. I was expecting a demo where I would just there wouldn't even be routes, you know, or changes in dialogue branches. This is exceptional right now. I'm really enjoying this right now. But yeah, I was expecting spooky stuff happens. Wow, yandere. But I am very attached to Yale right now. Wasn't expecting to have my heart go doki doki like this. We immediately got to work with Yale showing me the recipe he had in mind. I thought he was going to make something fancy, but it's just some vegetable beef soup. As Yale starts preparing the ingredients, I found myself getting distracted just watching him. I turned away, picked up another knife from Yale's kitchen, and started to work on preparing the seaweed. Yale stood close by, focusing on adding spices to his ingredients. It's intriguing to see him so absorbed in cooking. It makes me wonder if this level of concentration was his usual approach, even when preparing a simple meal for myself at home. He made cooking and working with his hands appear so effortless. He's husband material. Yale, are you always like this when you cook? It seems like you take cooking very seriously, or remain silent getting to work. Now, let me just talk. Let's talk. He turned his gaze towards me with the look of surprise and bashfulness in his eyes. Yes, blush. I suppose so, yes. I tend to get quite absorbed when I'm in the kitchen. As you should. Cooking has always been a way for me to ease my anxieties, especially during times like this. Ooh, man. I fall in love with you deeper every single line. In a way, it's therapeutic for me. I can see that. I think it's endearing to see you handle them with such care and precision. Oh, you're flattering me, Uriel. Oh, I'm flirting with you. That's what. I'm flirting with you. There's a difference. I smiled in response as we continued our work. Yale's attention returning to the dish we were preparing together. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I always feel at ease around Yale. Maybe it's his comforting nature? I remember how people always used to call him the dad friend, and I think he fits the bill right. I'll be the mom friend. Watching Yale cook, I wonder if it was just cooking that brought Yale solace, or is there something more? Yale's never really confided in me about his personal life, even though we've been friends for ages. But honestly, he's always struck me as someone who's got it all figured out. I trust he's managing fine. Caught in Yale's gaze, I felt a rush of nerves and found myself lowering my gaze. His gentle touch on my hand drew my attention back to him. Whoa there, Uriel. Ease up on the speed, or you might end up slicing more than just vegetables. Like your neck? My bad, I just want to get done as soon as possible. I could tell he wasn't entirely convinced by my words, but he didn't press further. And I'm just thinking about how wonderful you would be as a lifelong partner. There's no rush, Uriel. He leaned closer as I nod and slowed down my pace to ease his worry. After leaning back, we refocused our meal preparation. Yale handled the beef and spices, while I took care of the vegetables and additional seasonings. Alright, it's done cooking now. I made sure everything's cooked well. I hope it's medium rare. Here you go, Uriel. Careful, it's hot. Yale carefully handed me a bowl of beef soup. Wait, you're right, beef soup does not need to be medium rare, huh? Beef soup we just made. Being cautious since it's hot to touch. Thank you, Yale. Shall we eat together at the dining table? Of course. I'll just need to clean up a bit. I'll join you later. Now, this entire time, have I deleted KLEIN yet? Have I deleted him? Okay. I headed to the dining room and settled into my seat, placing my bowl in front of me. I occasionally glanced at Yale, tidying up after our cooking session from where I am seated. Not that there was much mess to begin with. He'd keep the kitchen tidy throughout the cooking process. Oh, bro, people who keep the kitchen clean during the cooking process, mwah, mwah, that's a keeper. Because every time I cook, the kitchen is a disaster, and I clean up afterwards. After a short wait, he finally joined me at the dining table, taking a seat across from me. I'm excited to dig in. It smells so flavorful. Me too, but the situation feels nostalgic. No, I'm just excited. I'm just excited, man. I'm just excited. No need to be a Debbie Downer. I'm glad you feel the same. What do you think about the beef soup, Uriel? I know it's going to be good because we made it together. No doubt it'll be tasty because you're the one that guided the cooking. No, we made it together. Us. I gotta implant this into his mind. Us. We. Him and me. One unit. Go ahead. Sending you some radio waves, man. You guys can't see my hand gesture, but I am gesturing so hard, trying to get him to think, you know? Put my hands to my temple, going, think, man, think. Perceive. Yale nodded at my words with a small smile on his lips. Seems like food doesn't only taste better when we share it with someone, but also when we make it together. Let's cook together, man, every day. A slight hint of pink dusted his cheeks as he picked up his spoon and began scooping the food with it. Thank you, Uriel. No, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Handsome. I'd like to cook more often with you. It makes the progress so much more fun. Yes, I agree. I'd like that too. I enjoy cooking with you, Yale. I'm so glad to know that. Yale smiled sheepishly and diverts his attention to his food. He scooped up a spoonful of the beef soup and tasted it carefully. I can't help but subtly observe him as I was began eating. Thankfully, he appears much more at ease now compared to how he swallowed it roughly a while back ago. I'm glad I didn't make it too spicy. I debated adding too many spices, but it turns out well in the end. What about you, Uriel? What do you think? I nod slowly and swallowed the beef soup. I hope it's baka. That's the best beef stew. I think it tastes great too. My attention briefly drifts to Yale's bandaged neck while I take another spoonful. How's your neck been feeling? Have you noticed any changes? I hope it doesn't scar, man. I feel bad for him. Yale placed a spoon down at my question, gently tracing the bandage around his neck. To be honest, it's still a bit sore, especially around the scar, but it's definitely improving day by day. I see. Well, even small improvements are progress. Exactly. I'm on a smooth road to recovery, even if it's a little slower now. Yeah. Deep down, my curiosity about the scar beneath the bandage grows within me. Yeah, would you mind showing me how your scar looks like, or remain silent? No, let's see. Yeah, what does your scar look like? Show me, man. My question seemed to catch Yale off guard momentarily, but he nodded after a brief pause. Oh yes, I don't mind at all. Let me show you. Let's see how bad it is. I'll put it on for you afterwards. Yale began to remove the bandage carefully, unveiling a healing scar on his neck. I noticed the slight tremble in his hand as he undid the bandage. I'm a monster. I observed it closely, leaning a bit forward in his direction. Darn, this is gonna be a lasting reminder. It's a pretty deep cut. Yeah, that's pretty deep. That's pretty deep. It's okay. Yeah, I hope it heals beautifully. I'll still love you regardless. Judging from the scars, the attacker must have really had it for him. Seeing him slightly, like, you know, pull his shirt down, though, it was worth it. You're so beautiful. You're so cute. This must have been awful. I'm glad to see you healing well, Yale. Pure mind, Uriel, pure mind. Without thinking, my hand reached out to touch his scar gently. Why would you touch a scar? Why? It gets dirty, and then it's like, ouchy, and then... wait, Uriel. Yale flinched slightly at my touch, and reflexively gripped my wrist. I'm sorry, Yale. I didn't mean to overstep. Did I hurt you? I'm so sorry. Am I sorry? He seemed surprised, but quickly reassured me with a smile, relaxing his grip on my wrist. No, it's all right, Uriel. I was just surprised. This area is still healing, so it's a bit ticklish and sensitive to the touch. A warm flush crept onto my cheeks in response to his words. I leaned back in my seat, sighing softly. I didn't think about that. I hope I didn't make you uncomfortable. I'm sorry again. Don't worry about it. I can't possibly be hurt by you. I was just surprised, really. We gotta protect this man. Knowing I didn't actually hurt him brought me a sense of reassurance. Okay, good to know. Yale continued to speak while slowly bandaging his neck again. He's a catch, he's a catch. This whole series is just me simping over this one man. I'm a loyal woman. I ain't going anyone else's route. When I'm done this route, it's over. We done. After the meal, we headed to wash the dirty plates. However, Yale insisted on washing mine. So I ended up letting him do it. You know, I came here for the horror, stayed for the Yale. I took a step back and rested against the counter while sipping from a half-empty cup of water. I appreciate the help, but I'd like to handle this. That's delicious, by the way. Thank you. It's the best meal I've had in a while. Really? Well, that just makes me even happier. Thinking about it again, Yale didn't really have much of a meal earlier either. But I won't bring that up now. It's good to see he's still finished, unlike when he was in the hospital. Yes, and it's a much bigger meal than I've had recently. The meal choice helped me eat more. Beef vegetable soup has always been a comfort to me. Let me make you some Vietnamese bak ha. It's gonna be delicious. You eat with a little baguette, you dip it inside the bak ha, you eat it with some herbs, some basil, Thai basil. Mwah, mwah, delicious. I can't take myself seriously. That's good to hear. I'm glad that meal helped you have more of an appetite. That feels great too. Thank you so much, Ariel. Yale dried his hands and let out a soft sigh before setting the plates aside. Excuse me for a moment. I need to use the restroom. Do I need to stand at the washroom and guard you, my dude? I don't trust. Oh, sure thing. I don't trust you going alone, man. I gotta follow him to the washroom. I gotta stand outside his door like a bodyguard. Yale disappeared from sight as he went to the restroom. I picked up the glass and swirled the water inside as I stared at it, lost in thought. Whenever I'm left alone with no distraction, thoughts of Sarah always fills me. Since her passing, she remains a constant presence in my thoughts. How can I come to terms with her death when everything about it feels so wrong? Ethan is still in shock. Coping seems to be a struggle for him. I wonder if he has someone by his side. Throughout all this, Yale has always been by my side, and I'm forever grateful for his presence. But Ethan, I wonder if he has someone like Yale. Someone to prevent him from losing it all. Bro, let's be that person, man. I'll be your sister-in-law still. We share a common background as orphans, but Ethan had to navigate life practically on his own. I was fortunate enough to have Sarah's family adopt me when I was young, although memories of that day have become hazy. Sarah once shared that Ethan grew up all alone due to his poor eyesight and quiet nature. No one was willing to adopt him. Despite the challenges, he's achieved so much, which I find truly admirable. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling so bad now. A lawyer and a heritage worker, they both were truly a hardworking couple. Man, I wonder if I could prevent her death, man. I wonder if I could just prevent Sarah's death. Maybe with a different option. Recalling all this just makes it hurt even more. The last time we met at Sarah's funeral, he appeared so exhausted. It was unlike Ethan, almost like a different person. He's never been talkative, but that day, his silence felt unsettling. He seemed so disconnected. I'm genuinely worried about him. I need to reach out soon, maybe with a call or visit. I still can't believe this is a demo, man. There's so much freaking content here. Oh. I sit down the now empty glass of water on the table, my gaze drifting to a phone buzzing. This must be Yale's phone. Who the caller? Who the caller? Livy. No, let's see who the caller is. I'm nosy. I took the phone in hand, fumbling to probably see who the caller might be. Oh, it's Mom. Okasan. The calling screen swiftly changes as its touch detector immediately requests a password, a common security feature in today's digital devices. It's password protected. I don't know why, but I thought Yale wouldn't have his phone password protected for some reason. No, it's good that it's password protected. Oh my gosh. Well, it kept ringing. The background image reveals a picture of Yale and his sisters. They're so cute. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. He's so cute. What were their names again? Alicia and Eves? I couldn't quite remember. Oh my gosh, she's sticking out her tongue in the back. That's so cute. I think I've met them once, but they were so young. I don't think they even remember me now, not that they're grown. Suddenly I heard a voice from the other side of the room again. Yale had returned from the restroom. Hey man, did you wash your hands? Take the phone. His face turned a little red when he saw his ringing phone in my hands. Oh, sorry, I didn't hear the phone ringing. With a bashful smile, he quickly took the phone from my hand and answered the call after entering the password. Hello, hello. Big brother! Yale blinked in surprise when her sister yelled so loudly over the phone. So cute, so cute. Eves, get out of the way! You're taking up the whole screen! A chorus of cheerful voices echoes through the phone. I observe Yale's change of expression as he lets out a gleeful chuckle at his sister's chaos. Okay, how are my little sisters doing? We're doing great, big brother. Just counting down the days until we can see you again. Oh, bro, I better have uninstalled KLEIN and got a new phone because I don't want him to target the sisters. It feels like forever since the last time we saw you. I can't wait until you visited us again. When will it be, big brother? I could hear the genuine concern in his sisters' voices as they ask about Yale's well-being. He lets out a quiet chuckle and shakes his head, offering his sisters a reassuring smile over the video call. Very soon, your brother is fully healed now, which means I plan to visit sometime soon. Bring me with you. Bring me with you, man. Invite me. Go ahead, invite me. I'm waiting. Elisa and Eves cheered, the loudness coming through the phone. Will you bake us some cake for us again, big brother? I miss them. Your cakes taste like Mom's, except they're so much better. I'd love a family, man. Hey, Eves, don't say things like that. Both are just as tasty. They all laughed together, and I can't help but smile as I listen to their conversation through the call. That's not true. I learned everything from Mom after all. But of course, I will bake them for you guys again when I visit. Yay! I would like to help. Me too. I want to try the batter. Eve, don't you remember the last time you did it? You got a stomach ache. Oh yeah, wait. I mean, no, well, this time we could try making edible cookie dough, then make the best cake ever together. You can't wait, big brother. When are you coming? I'll check my schedule and let Mom know soon. It'll be very soon, I promise. Oh, my Kokoro, my heart. This man's a catch. Big brother, by the way, do you see the drawing I made for you? I sent it yesterday. Mom said you received it already. But I'll just show you right here. See? I can see one of Yale's sisters holding up a colorful drawing, beaming with pride. Wow, that's amazing. You might just be the next Bob Ross, Eves. I love it. I'll hang it up when I come to visit. Oh, you're so sweet. And I also made a new song. I'll sing for you when you come. I can't wait to hear it, Alicia. You two are so talented. Okay, I gotta go now. I'll talk to you both soon. Take care, my little sisters. I love you. Ooh, I love a man who says I love you. Especially to his family. Love you too, big brother. I haven't said I love you to my little brother in a very, very, very long time. I feel like it'd be very awkward if I said it, and if he said it to me. This is a wholesome bond I love, though. Yale waves him goodbye as the video call ends. His small little exchange he just had with them lingers. They really cling towards you. No, they're not. Do you visit your family so often? They're not clingy, man. They're adorable. He nods at my question, smiling softly. Yes, actually. I always try to make time and visit my family's place during the weekends. Family man, love it. +1 point. I've always known that his family gets along well, but I couldn't help feeling a little jealous now that I'm reminded of it again. No, it's okay, we joined the family. I don't even remember whether my biological parents were nice or not. No, on second thought, I believe the fact they put me up for adoption when I was so young says it all. That's heartwarming to hear, or that's heartwarming to know, Yale. That's heartwarming to know, Yale. I'm glad to know things are still the same with you and your family. How about your mother's asthma? Is she doing fine? Oh, absolutely. She's been doing much better recently. We're all grateful that our trips to the hospital have become less frequent. I appreciate your concern. Thank you, Uriel. Aren't you quite busy, though? Your job, your family, your own routine? Yale lets out a small laugh and shook his head. Well, just a little bit. You know how it is, Uriel. It's a bit of multitasking, yes. That's crazy, Yale. You're unbelievable sometimes. I don't understand how you can manage all of that. But particular when it comes to working out. I doubt most people can juggle all that. Don't worry. I've kind of found my own pace in imagining... Don't worry. I've kind of found my own place... Don't worry. I've kind of found my own pace in managing them. By the way, are you planning to stay for the night or thinking of heading out? Bro, let me stay for the night. Oh yeah. It's It's gotten quite late, and honestly, I think I'll just stay here for the night. Ooh. Is that fine with you? Yes, it is fine. My body sinks further into the comfort of the seat, while Yale observed me with a gleeful grin, as if holding back laughter. Yes. Absolutely. I'm happy to see you enjoying yourself. I'll have to clean up my bedroom for a little. Why don't you go ahead and take a shower in the meantime? Let me wear your shirt. Let me wear it. You're right. I probably should have gotten to it earlier. Yale grinned in response before I excused myself to the bathroom. Compared to my initial visits to Yale's place, I've become far more at ease staying over now. He's so understanding about it all, which is a relief. Having someone around me is comforting, especially in these times when I constantly feel like I'm being watched. Yeah, man. Bye, Al. Screw you. I'm with Yale. I hope things will get better soon. I want this nightmare to end.